What's up, black and white sports fans? John Matrix here, and I am back with another video. All right, I know we haven't been putting out too many videos here on the sports channel, as sports is pretty much dead right now because of the virus going around. All sports leagues are pretty much shut down. But ESPN put out their top 74 NBA players of all time. I don't know why they did 74 players. I thought that was a bit unusual, if you ask me. But I just wanted to take a few minutes here and give my takeaway on their list. Now, I have some major problems with a few of these selections here. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all 74 players. You can actually go on ESPN.com's list and you can decide for yourself which player is actually better, which player is not better. But it's subjective. I get that it is very subjective, but I want to kind of give you my take on some of the issues that I actually have with this list. So starting off right off the bat, they have Manu Ginobili ranked at number 58. Manu Ginobili is not a top 60 NBA player. He's probably not even a top 75 NBA player. They have him ranked at number 58. One spot behind Clyde Drexler, who comes in at 57. Clyde Drexler is ranked way too low. Way too low. Clyde Drexler should be in the top 30. I don't even think that should even be a question. But Manu Ginobili being ranked at 58, and they actually have him ranked above Robert Parrish, the Chief. Now, I don't know if this is some recency bias going on, but the Chief was a force when he was actually playing. He was a very good player. Chief was a 9-time NBA All-Star, and he won 4 NBA championships. He made All-NBA second team in 1982 and All-NBA team in 1989. Manu Ginobili only went to 2 NBA All-Star games. 2. In 2005 and 2011. He's a 2-time All-NBA third team in 2008, 2011, and that was it. Manu was a nice player, but there's no way in hell he should be ranked above the Chief. He's also above Alonzo Mourning, Earl Pearl Monroe, Pau Gasol. I think Pau Gasol was a better player than Manu Ginobili. But I know that the media, they love Manu. I get it. He was a nice player. Seems like a nice guy, but definitely ranked way too high. Now, Clyde Drexler, I was just saying that he was at 57. They have Ray Allen ranked above Clyde Drexler. I like Ray Allen, but he wasn't better than Clyde Drexler. Clyde Drexler was a better player. He had a good 6-year stretch where he actually was a top 5 player in the NBA. He took the Portland Trail Blazers to 2 NBA finals as the main guy. He lost to the Bad Boy Pistons and he lost to Michael Jordan. This guy is becoming very, very underrated as time goes by. I don't get it. They actually have Vince Carter ranked above Clyde Drexler. Blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. I don't even know who came up with this list, but for Vince Carter to be ranked above Clyde Drexler, that's a no-no. They also had Paul Pierce ranked above Clyde Drexler, Gary Payton ranked above him. They have T-Mac, who never got out of the first round, ranked above Clyde Drexler. I like T-Mac, but there's no way in hell he was a better player than Clyde Drexler. And they have Reggie Miller at 49, also another player that was not better than Clyde Drexler. Reggie Miller, I like him, but Reggie Miller is definitely overrated on this list. And continuing on here, they have Anthony Davis ranked at 45, above Clyde Drexler. Now, Anthony Davis has not won a playoff series. Actually, he's barely even been to the playoffs. Yeah, now I know he plays for the Lakers now. They were the 1 seed, but at this point in his career, he is not a better player than Clyde Drexler. Let's just stop it. So when I go over to the Nets list they have, ranking number 40 through 11, I see a big problem. They have Steve Nash ranked number 30. Steve Nash is not a top 30 player of all time. And one of the reasons I say that is he's actually ranked above Isaiah Thomas. I'm talking about the original Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. How in the hell is Steve Nash ranked above a guy that won 2 NBA titles as the best player on the team. Steve Nash, good player, but you remember his first 8 years. Steve Nash was barely even an all-star for like 8 seasons. It wasn't until he got with Mike D'Antoni that his game kind of flourished and blossomed. But he's ranked above Isaiah Thomas. They also have Allen Iverson ranked above Isaiah. I disagree with that. John Stockton, that's debatable, but I would take Isaiah. Now, here's something surprising. Giannis Antetokounmpo. I always have trouble pronouncing his name. They have him ranked above Isaiah Thomas at 27. The man hasn't even made it to the NBA Finals, and he's only been around since 2013. Maybe one day he'll be better than Isaiah, but right now I'm going to say no. Then they have D-Wade. They have Kawhi Leonard above Isaiah Thomas. No, please just get out of here with that. It's going to take more time for that. They have David Robinson. That's debatable. But another guy that I think is becoming more underrated, they have Kevin Garnett ranked above Isaiah Thomas. I'm not going to put him above Isaiah. Maybe I'm just showing my age by this too, but Kevin Garnett went a good 10 years, couldn't even get out the first round. But that's just my thoughts on that. Dirk Nowitzki at 19, definitely not better than Isaiah Thomas. Let's just stop with that foolishness. And me being a Rockets fan, they actually have Hakeem Olajuwon ranked at number 12. He's a top 10 player, but 12, I guess that's okay. Once you get to like top 10, it can be debatable. But here's another problem I have. Kevin Durant at 14, Steph Curry at 13. Now, I don't remember any season where anybody thought that Steph Curry was a better player than Kevin Durant, because he's not. I like Steph Curry, but this is absolute foolishness to have him ranked above Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is easily a better player than Steph Curry. Now, Steph Curry is a point guard, and they got him ranked at 13. They got Isaiah Thomas ranked at 31. I think there's a bit difference in that right there. There's no way in hell that if you believe that Steph Curry is better than Isaiah Thomas, that he is that much better to where there's that big of a difference. Isaiah Thomas should definitely be in the top 20. Steph Curry probably is ranked a little bit too high for me right here, but probably when his career is all over, I can actually see him being somewhere around that top 15 or so, if that's the way you like it. But I thought that was foolish. But the top 3 that they actually came out with was actually, it was a pretty good top 10, and that's not too surprising. They had Shaq at number 10, but I think that Hakeem was better than Shaq, mainly because of his defense. They have Kobe at 9. Then they have Tim Duncan at 8. Larry Bird at 7. Wilt Chamberlain at 6. Magic Johnson at 5. Bill Russell at 4. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 3. And LeBron James at number 2. And of course, Michael Jordan at number 1. So top 10, this is a good solid top 10 list. Like I said, I wish that Hakeem cracked the top 10, because on most other polls we've seen, he's been in the top 10 for the most part. But, you know, time changes, and he hasn't played since 2002. That was his last season. But guys, what do you think of this? What do you think of this top 74 players by ESPN? Obviously, some people really don't know basketball with some of the decisions that they actually made on this list. But let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.